Mic test. Mic test. Uh, Hopefully this thing is gonna work. Let's see. I haven't used this software in so long. Oops. All right, so I might as well just start. Throughout this stream, I'm just gonna start adding stuff because I haven't used StreamYard. I want to say in probably 2 years. Like I used to live stream on my main channel, but I'm gonna start using that for more percussion stuff once I get to doing that more. But now, as you can see, the title for today is well, I can't even see it. The title for today is Michael B. Jordan, Culture Vulturing or Caribbean Culture Whoring. Now, for people that aren't aware, there's been some talk controversy about this new line of rum that's come out called Juve, right? And the face of this rum, and apparently a business partner in this venture, is the actor Michael B. Jordan, best known as Killmonger from the Black Panther movie that came out a few years ago. So what I'm gonna do, you see, I'm so unprepared. I'm really sorry that I'm not prepared for this. I had everything set up on OBS, and then OBS decided it just wasn't gonna work. So I'm gonna have to get up the image now. Give me one sec. So I got wind of this because, by the way, hold on, let me drop the link to the group. See, again, I had everything set up ready, but OBS has messed it up. I'm gonna drop the link, copy, join our Discord group, Caribbean House. This group that we're running. It's basically a Discord server. We want to have discussions regarding politics, social, cultural things in the Caribbean as well as in Africa. And it's just kind of, I want it to be a space where we can have, discussion. It can be about hard topics as well, really difficult, sticky topics, but, just anything kind of more serious based rather than social. So you basically can join the group, come in through verification, unless I invite you. Verify, pick a role, which would be your nationality. You pick the flag, and then you're into the group. And we just, have more serious discussions about politics, as I said, culture, history, so on and so forth. All right, let's add Michael. Michael.
Can you hear
All
me?
right. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right.
But yeah, now just drop the link for people to join the Discord. You know what, Michael, I'm gonna put you on the spot. How do you feel about the group? Do you feel like I'm biased? Do you feel like you're being bullied in there because you're Kenyan? Like, how do you feel?
No, I'm not bullied in there. No, you're not biased. Who said that?
Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. And now
All
just
right.
put the link in there. So if anyone wants to join in on the discussion, click on the link, join the Discord, verify with us, and then you can hop on the panel. But yeah, I'm just trying. You see what I'm saying, Michael? I had everything set up on OBS. The software, we can't say these words here on YouTube because whatever. I don't want to get in trouble. But you know the type of words that I use for that software. It did that. It did that, and now I have to start all over again. So hold on, I'm about to get the. Let me put the picture up here. How do I? That's the thing. You can't even you can't post images. I can't post images. Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share screen. Right. Chrome tab. See, I'm getting distracted because there are two cats outside my door now, and I'm tempted.
Here you go.
That's insane. Right. So let's have a look. Right. So as you can see, there's Michael B. Jordan standing there with this logo behind it, and it says Juve. Right. Now the problem is, essentially, he's come out with this brand of rum. He's the face of it, but he does have a Trinidadian business partner, and the issue is because this has been trademarked, and according to the paperwork from what I saw, and I'm not going to say that I saw it myself firsthand, but I watched someone that had showed the legal paperwork. Juve was trademarked or registered, basically saying that this word has no significant meaning in another language. And I think this is where the controversy starts, because anyone that knows anything about Caribbean culture understands that Juve morning, when it comes to carnival, is very important. That means something to us, as well as it being a French word. That's obviously how we got these words in our lexicon. So it does mean something in another language as well. But the problem is, I'm seeing anyway, people are labeling Michael B. Jordan a culture vulture, and to an extent, because of this, yeah, you could. I would say yes, to a degree, he's a culture vulture. But on the flip side, I'm looking at the business partner who's Trinidadian with the side eye more, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, you should know better.
Mm.
So for you to allow that to be registered, trademarked, whatever it is, copywritten, however it's done, and for you to know that this thing says that this word doesn't mean anything is ridiculous. And then it just this is why I had to kind of juxtapose that is he culture vulturing or is this culture whoring? Michael B. Jordan is not. He's culture vulturing, but he's not whoring out the culture. And I think that it's kind of worse that we want to sell our culture, we want to commercialize it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
something like Juve, you want to take that now and slap the name on some rum, register it as it's meaningless. It doesn't have any kind of meaning. It's just whatever, you can use it legally. That's a disrespect as far as I'm concerned, and this is where the problem comes in, because I find now the outrage, and I'm not saying that it's not warranted, the outrage, but the outrage is like everyone's getting upset now. How dare you? This is our culture. You can't do this. You can't do that. But when do we really value our culture? We sell a lot of our culture off. We want people to sell it. We do this through tourism. We like today, for instance, I was trying to do some more research into our carnival characters and so on and so forth and their origins within West and Central Africa. And you just see it's just more and more commercialized every day, right? So what's the difference between us selling our culture through tourism experiences and like we don't hold these things sacred, but now it comes to Juve, and we all kind of want to feel away. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think it's fair to put all the pressure on Michael B. Jordan and say, "How dare you?" Go for the Trini, who was involved.
That makes sense.
I don't feel on that, Michael, but I mean, I don't know. Like, for instance, can you give me something that would be um sacred or really valued in your culture? For instance, you just give me an example.
Let's see here. Um, okay, maybe I don't know whether this would be on the same level, but maybe like certain foods that we eat. Like there's a food that we call that's called ugali. Like maybe if somebody just tried to go ahead and use the word ugali as like a marketing thing, then maybe we'd get upset about that. But yeah,
Okay, like I think the word Yoruba, if I'm not mistaken, because this was something that happened recently as well, right? Where the word Yoruba was like trademarked or something, and like they were saying you can't use that word, and it's like, well, hold on a second, how can you do that? This word belongs to millions of people, and now you're saying that because you've registered it on a piece of paper, now this word doesn't belong to these people. It's a disrespect. It's a
right.
huge disrespect.
Yeah, probably should have just used like our tribal names. We should like yeah, because of Yoruba, it did get trademarks for whatever reason by I guess the British.
Yeah, I think it was like some British designer or something like that. I mean, that's the closest thing I can kind of equate this situation to, right? But it's just to me that the hypocrisy. We can't get upset. You can be upset with Michael B. Jordan. I watched a video of this lady, and she was upset as well because if you have a look at the logo, according to her, it kind of looks like Trinidad. I don't think it's shaped like Trinidad whatsoever. And her thing was like, "How dare you? You know, you first you steal Juve and you say it doesn't mean anything, and now look at your logo. It looks like Trinidad, but there's no Tobago there." And I'm just like, I feel like you're reaching. I feel like you're kind of reaching. Like it's just a logo. If anything, it just looks like the type of costume that you'll see at carnival, like the feathers and stuff like that. The big, I don't know what you call it. Honestly, could tell you what you call it, but it looks like that. So if I go to, all right, if I type in Trinidad, we'll have a look at what Trinidad looks like. Okay, here we go. That's the shape of Trinidad. All right, you see it's kind of shaped like a fat J, and
Yeah,
then Tobago's up here. And then if
yeah.
we go back, I feel like it's a reach. Does that really look like Trinidad to you?
No,
It doesn't.
not really. No.
No. So to me, that was kind of like an irrelevant point to make. Like, oh, where's Tobago? Like, does it even matter really? I don't think it matters so much. Like, I understand though, because there's apparently there's like a separatist movement from what I heard. Like Trinidad, sorry, Tobago trying to be their own country. I'm gonna leave my opinions on that alone for
Yeah, I
this.
was about
But
yeah, I was about to bring that up.
yeah, we're not gonna go into that right now. I would feel more safe if Aline was here on the panel as our
Yeah.
resident Trini, because it's safer that way. See, now I've got cats coming inside here. I'm getting distracted. Um, I'm getting really distracted. But no, in all seriousness, though, when it comes to this culture and thing, we're so quick to sell. So we're so quick to put something like Juve onto a bottle of rum, a brand of rum, and want to sell it, sell it, sell it. Now, I do wonder how it would have been if, a European had done this. Would we have the same kind of energy, or would we be saying, "Oh, look, they're exporting our culture, they're making it wider, now people are gonna know it's Juve"? Why are people so hard on Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective. Like, how would this be different? Because I know how Africans reacted when they took the word Europa, but if they did this, how would the Caribbeans react to this? I don't know.
This is the thing. It's all this hypocrisy. We want to sell our culture. We want to get upset when it suits us. Sorry, I'm watching a. There's a cat fighting soon outside.
Yeah, you
They're
see.
fighting. It's really distracting. But this is just like one example, right? When it comes to our music, when it comes to our food, folklore, I would be like, me personally, I'm not so offended about the Juve thing, maybe because Barbados doesn't really do Juve, but I would
Mm,
be offended if I was to see something like a stilt man, or they call a moko jumbi, or if I saw like this thing has various names. Barbados, they call it shaggy bear, and I don't know why, because it's nothing to do with a bear. You see, wait, no, my profile picture on Discord.
hmm.
It looks like that kind of witch doctor thing.
Yeah.
Right, that's what they call a shaggy bear. Other places have different names for it. I would be offended that if anyone was to just take that and slap it on a product and say, right, this is shaggy bear such and such. Right, that would be that I would find that quite offensive, right? But
Yeah.
I'm not someone that's gonna be out here talking about this is fine, sell our culture, let other people experience it, make everything for everybody. And this is the issue, right? We want to make everything for everyone. People in the Caribbean, I get it, tourism, you want to make everything for everyone. Oh, it's our culture, we want to share it with everyone, but now we want to get upset when Michael B. Jordan does something.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, really? Oh, hold on. Someone in the chat. Hold on. Line of, I can't pronounce it. Yahawa. Sorry, China making and exporting steel pans that no one really talks about. And this is what I'm saying, right? We sell
Hmm.
our culture bad, that bad. And I don't really believe it's a thing of, the Chinese are just coming and stealing. We're so quick to give away. We want everyone to, oh, look at what we have, look at what we do. We give, give, give.
Hmm.
We don't hold nothing sacred to ourselves, but now we want to cry culture vulture when Michael B. Jordan is involved in a venture. And I get it. All right, yeah, it is culture vulture to a degree, but I can't really be too upset. I'm more annoyed with his Trinidadian business partner who should know better, because you should hold that sacred. You should hold it sacred. Why is it, you're letting Michael B. Jordan catch all the flack? What, because he's African American? Because he doesn't really have a significant, tie to Juve?
Hmm. That's another. That's another topic of discussion. There is it because he doesn't have that significant tie?
I mean, it probably is. And, I understand that again to a degree. I will say that it's vulturing, yes, but I'm not gonna. My issue isn't with him, because it's one thing if he just went to Trinidad with Nicki Minaj for 2 weeks, right? Because Nicki Minaj, Trinis are not fans of her. All the Trinis that I've come across, even Aline included. I don't know if you was there the other day, but Nicki Minaj just said some very questionable things about her own country of birth, right? So
Hmm.
it's not. She's not like how Rihanna is to Barbados. Rihanna, she's loved there. Everyone loves her there, right? So that would be like if Michael B. Jordan went to Trinidad with Nicki Minaj for 2 weeks, and he went to Juve, and now all of a sudden he declares himself king of Juve and he knows everything about Juve. And now I'm gonna open up a line of Juve rum, right? And then I'm gonna have I don't know, jab jab weed brownies or something like that. All this other stuff that we have that goes on in carnival.
Hmm.
That would be different, right?
Right.
But he has gone into business with somebody of the culture.
Yeah. Like.
My real question now. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Don't let me keep talking. You go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say like. Yeah. At that point, you just have to be more mad at the person who knows um, this part of the culture better than the person who doesn't really know much about it. So yeah, I understand why you get mad at the Trini rather than Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be upset. What does he know? What does he
Hey,
really know? He don't really know nothing.
yeah,
Would you look like getting upset at somebody that don't know no different? He's
yeah.
vultured, yeah, but I mean, it's I'm trying to think of another example. Like like you get I mean, shit, you got AliExpress selling kente cloth.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. You can even say that with. Can I say that with Amazon? Maybe I can. But yeah, you have all these other companies that sell kente cloth from, and really it's from Ghana, and they don't have any tie to it. They don't really care much about its significance.
But what makes it worse is if you had somebody that was of the culture and they're like saying, "Here, sell this. This is our culture. Sell it to other people. Yeah, it's sacred, but sell it anyway. We want to make some money." It's like you don't respect your own culture. You're whoring your culture up.
Hmm.
That's all it is. It's whoring the culture out. We do this all the time, and I just think it's really, really funny that Caribbean people want to start getting upset, and especially in the UK, because I have a real gripe with us here in the UK that talk all of this. Oh my God, how dare he? You're not of Caribbean origin. How dare you do this? I'm sorry, but we're also the same people that you know for 2 days out of the year will remember where we come from. And suddenly we have a whole big flag that we pull out from under our beds and we tie it around ourselves like a hero's cape and march around for 2 days around West London talking about I'm Jamaican, I'm Bajan, I'm St. Lucian, I'm this, I'm that. But you can't even really be bothered. And you probably don't even know the significance of certain things when it comes to these festivals.
Mm.
So who are you to call culture vulture? You don't even know your own culture.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I don't know too much about that, but if that's what happens, then yeah, how can they say that then?
I mean, this is what's going on because I was talking to Annie the other day, right? There are certain cultural elements that we still have, and these things are fading because young people they don't know about it, whether it's their fault or not, right? But my thing is now when you're trying to be culture vanguard, when you're trying to be the protector and you're trying to police who can do and say what about your culture, then you should come correct. Just come correct. You shouldn't be. Don't be talking about other people and you ain't doing the same yourself. Hold on, Aline is here.
What's up?
Uh, all right, Aline. I'm gonna ask your permission as a Trinidadian. I'm allowed to give my opinion
Yeah,
about
go
Tobago
ahead.
trying to become its own thing.
Go ahead.
I think it's ridiculous. Tobago is too small to be. I mean, what's the point?
Like they can't make out on their own.
I don't think they can. And have they got an airport?
Nope. Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do. Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Give them that. They have an airport. All right, all right. But really and truly, what's Tobago gonna do? Like, it's not gonna be Trinidad and Tobago no more. It's just gonna be Trinidad. What are you gonna do? Cut half your flag? What's it gonna? What's it gonna
I
be?
just don't know. That just ain't gonna work. And Tobago is dependent on Trinidad a lot of times, and it just can't run as its own country.
Nah, I don't think it can. But on the topic of Juve, right? So
Yeah.
you watched the video the other day with the lady that was explaining like what her issue was about this whole thing, and Michael B. Jordan
Yeah.
being a culture vulture.
Yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing though, but
Okay,
at the top,
which part did you get up to?
I got a lot of. Hold on, let me see. Back history. When she was talking to like about, let me see. Yeah, I gotta rewatch that.
All right, no,
Hold
fair
on.
enough, fair enough. But
Yeah.
you're Trini, so let me ask you. You see the logo for Juve? Is that shaped like Trinidad to you?
No, no, nowhere
All right.
close. It
Yeah,
ain't.
no, because she made a point. She was like, "Oh, the logo is shaped like Trinidad, but where's Tobago?" And I'm
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
even
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
important.
She made some good points, but I didn't agree with her on her most of the stuff though.
The only thing I agree with her on, I think it is culture vulturing, yes.
Yeah,
Yes. But Michael B. Jordan shouldn't be taking all the flack that he's taking.
that is
It's
so
not up
true.
for him to take all the flack. It's whoever his Trinidadian business partner is, he should be taking the flack, especially if he's born and raised in Trinidad. Like, to me, you should know better. That there's no reason that you don't know that Juve means something. So how can you register it and you put down that it has no meaning? Oh, we lost Ali. We lost him. Michael, am I coming out clear?
Yeah.
All right. I want to make sure my grandma's Wi-Fi is janky as hell. It really is.
Oh, that's where you're at right now. Okay.
What's that?
Oh, that's where you're at right now.
Yeah, that's why the Wi-Fi is so janky.
It's not that bad though.
Trust me, it is. It really is. But I'm hoping that it streams properly. Hold on, Ali's come back.
Yeah.
Is it coming through clear? Is everything good on your side?
Yeah. Wait, what?
All right. Yeah, no, I'm just making sure everything's fine because my grandma's connection is kind of janky. It's not that great here.
Okay.
But no, I mean, how do you feel, like, you as a Trinidadian, right? You know that everyone loves Juve. Juve obviously means something. It's a
Yeah.
part of the culture. Like, what's your take on this whole thing? Forget the woman's video, but just your personal opinion.
I think they're just taking it too hard on this dude. Seriously, in all honesty. Because it is not the first time this has been happening. You see China making steel fans, which is our national instrument, and exporting it and making money off of it. You see other countries doing stuff which is ours, and basically no one really talks about them. So I don't know why Trini is getting down on him that much. I'm not sure who is his Trinidadian business partner though. Hold on, but I saw something today. I think I sent it into Discord. Ooh, Manning wants to collab with him. Michael B. Jordan.
Say that again.
Yeah. Brian Manning, Patrick's Manning's son. He wanted to have a partnership with him on his Juve rum.
You see this, and this is the thing. It's like it's one. I think the problem that people are taking, right? Michael B. Jordan, they're making him the issue, and because he's also not got any connection to the culture, this is where it becomes the issue. But now to hear that Patrick Manning's son is gonna jump on it as well, it's like you're kind of encouraging this type of thing. Now, if you had, let's say that if you had one of these bands, one of these carnival bands that say that they want to make their own line of rum and they will call it Juve, that's different, right? And let's say that part of the proceeds goes towards funding the education so that the younger generation can get the culture and continue it. That's different. But this is whoring out the culture. All you're doing is selling it for money. And what? This doesn't go towards the culture. Where's the culture going to benefit from all of this?
That is Juve.
I'm sorry, I'm being distracted by. Yeah, there's cats screaming outside. I gotta go break up this fight. Michael, can you just hold on?
A cat?
Yeah, she's got cats outside fighting.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I'm that mad at what's his name, Jordan. I think I'm more mad at the person that is the actual Trini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His business partner.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who it is yet though.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm sorry, I'm back. If I see this fox, I'm gonna beat it with a stick. Um, there's a fox chasing one of my cats, but I obviously can't do anything about it. I wish I could shoot the damn thing, but you can't do that in this country, unfortunately, unless you're a farmer, which I am not. So, um, yeah, sorry, just jumping back in. What was you saying?
Well, I was just saying, like, I'm not too sure who is his like Trinidad, local business partner in this thing because it's all for money. It's not like to send him money back home and actually help or do something.
It really makes you question. We need to be harder on ourselves because we're not holding none of this sacred. We're
True.
not holding none of this kind of stuff sacred. We're not taking it seriously. Like I said, in this country, you have the Notting Hill Carnival in London anyway. And it's only two days out of the whole year do we want to be. I'm so proud of being the island that I come from. Look at me and my
Yeah,
flag.
that's necessary.
But that's how it is, though. That's how it is. You see, and this is what I'm saying. Now you're seeing people from over here. Okay, you're of Caribbean origin, and that's fine, like myself. But I bet you anything, if you really try and ask them the meaning, or have they done any research into the meaning of these things, such as Juve, or
Wow.
you look at certain mass
Yeah.
characters, the jab, and so on and so forth. Can they really tell you anything about it?
Nope.
No, right. So now, who are you to try and point fingers at Michael B. Jordan when you're just as much of a vulture for 2 days out of the year?
Bruh.
You can't tell me that if you're not out here cherishing your culture. This is why I emphasize, especially on languages as well, right? We have our own languages, but I'm so proud of being from the Caribbean. But can you speak a Caribbean language? No.
Wow.
You see, you have the Creole in Trinidad. All these Juve defenders now. Can you
Yeah.
speak the language?
No, they
No.
can't.
We do more of whoring out our culture. We sell it just cheap to anybody. And like I said,
That
this is
is
why
true.
you have China making steel pans. This is Trinidad's national instrument. That's a disrespect that the Chinese are cheapening it. Because this is the thing. Everyone this is what annoys me, right? Especially when it comes to steel pan. It's so bad to the point where steel pan is no longer specific to Trinidad. Not to say that only Trinidadians can play steel pan, no. But when people think of Caribbean, they don't think of they think of steel pan. They don't think Trinidad and steel pan.
Oh yeah, I get you with that.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you watch TV over here and they show Caribbean and it'll be somewhere, let's say in Antigua, they're gonna be playing steel pan music, and it's like, do you guys not understand that that is not their instrument? Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like nothing can
Yeah.
belong to anything.
Mhm.
You know, like I said, if you were to get like a Moko Jambi and just put it on some random product now, and they're selling
That
it
is
out in
that.
China, well, what does that mean?
I'll get angry for that
Yeah, I would be as well. I would be deeply offended. I would be seriously offended if I
because
saw a
that's
product being
tradition.
sold. Right, that's tradition. That means something. This is what I'm saying. We don't respect our own traditions enough
Yep.
to value them and say, you know what? Let's not focus on Michael B. Jordan, but I want to focus on you, the Trini or whatever island you come from, who gave this the green light and said, yeah, Juve don't mean nothing in another language. So we can just use it and commercialize it. How dare you?
Wow.
How dare you? This is ridiculous. Like we was mentioning, there was a some UK fashion designer or something like that now trademark or register the word Yoruba. Who are you
Mhm.
to do that?
Well, you can't do that.
Wow.
Yoruba belongs to millions of people, multi-millions of people.
You're
But
making
I
like
tell you one
millions of
thing,
dollars and profit to build millions and none for the people, and it's their thing.
but you have to give the Yoruba people props because they have the right to
Yeah,
backlash. You know why? Because they speak Yoruba and they hold it sacred enough. Let me tell you something. Us in this country, right? We love to give everyone everything. We allow people to talk like us, right? You go to carnival and you got all these different people dressing up in our costumes. As far as I'm concerned, me personally, how I feel, that's not for you to do. Don't dress up. Don't you don't understand what these costumes mean. If I ever saw someone that wasn't us, right, wearing
yeah,
stilts, wearing certain things, that's a disrespect.
yeah, that is
Because you
true.
don't understand what that means. You don't understand where that comes
You
from. You
know,
don't understand what we had to go through in order to be able to even have that. People don't realize carnival wasn't something that we was doing from the time that we got off the
yeah,
boats
they don't
in the
realize that.
Caribbean.
They made us think it's just a party to go down the road, and it ain't. It's much more
It's not.
history and meaning to it.
Right, because at certain points, carnival wasn't a thing anymore. It was virtually banned. You weren't allowed to do it, and then it got revived, and it was brought back. So it's not something that was brought back for some random people that have nothing to do with our culture. So all of a sudden, oh, I like this costume. Oh, let me get up on these stilts. Oh, this witch doctor costume. This was cool. Let me dress up in it. That's not okay.
Wow, it ain't.
It's not okay. Same thing. I see this in Barbados. The tourists and that you have something called the tuck band, right? So
Mhm.
Hmm.
you'll have these certain characters. Let me get a picture so you can see it. Tuck band, right? So you can see here,
Yeah,
right? Tuck band. You got a character, Mother Sally, the people that play the drums in the back. Where's the rest of them? Right, you got the stilt man, or some people call it Moko Jambi. We
yeah,
got, we all have
yeah. We
different
call it
names
smoke jungle.
and meanings for it. You know, all these different things here you can see, right? Right,
Yeah.
you know this one. This is my favorite thing ever. I love this so much. I got to see it as well when I went to Barbados, like in the museum. It's there. This is tradition. To me,
Mm.
this isn't something that should be displayed for tourists for their entertainment.
That is
This
true.
this is whoring out our culture. We're just selling it and it's entertainment to these people. Oh, I went to this country and oh, look at the little costumes they have. They're so cute. It's so cute. Look, oh my gosh, that's so wonderful. Because we don't value it.
Right.
And if you go on some of these YouTube videos, you type in tuck band, you're gonna see the most vulgar disregard for the culture. Like we don't hold it sacred. You got Mother Sally's there winding up on European men and all. Nah, that's not acceptable. That is not
It ain't.
acceptable.
That's crazy.
It is. It really is. So again, back to the point. Like we need to stop being so upset at Michael B. Jordan and focus more on ourselves for not respecting our culture enough to even allow this to happen.
Agreed.
Yeah. I have a point.
Sorry, like I can't. I don't know. You guys seriously don't let it just be like my opinion. You guys just agree with it. Like say how you feel. Everyone's entitled to have their own opinions.
Yeah, like I think I went in like at the beginning, like, oh, why would Jordan do such a thing? But now that you talk about the Trini business partner, I'm like, he should be knowing better. But that's another thing we should find out too. Is like, who's the business partner?
That's what I would like to know.
Who
Who is
is
this
that?
business partner? You see, I'm gonna have to start research. I didn't really intend to do no research on this because it doesn't need to be such a technical like. We need to know the deep ins and outs. We understand that this is something that's happened, but this is a problem that we sell our culture like this. I mean, even with soca, right, and calypso. Maybe not so calypso so much because I feel like maybe calypso isn't as relevant anymore. People don't really respect calypso as they should, but definitely soca. You got these Japanese and Chinese people trying to get into it.
Agreed.
Nah, that's not acceptable. That is not acceptable. If you understood the history of soca, how it came out of calypso and calypso came out of kaiso and so on, you have to know your culture. You have to respect it.
Yep.
I mean, Ali, you're Trini, so you come from the birthplace,
Yeah.
the hub of calypso and soca music. Like, but how do you feel on the state of calypso and soca today?
It is not as it was before. That's all. Like it's not as before.
I mean, things are supposed. How they say, "Oh, well, times change, everything evolves." What would you say to that rebuttal?
See that?
You see, he's probably, God bless him, he's probably on flow, and when you're on flow, it fucks with your life. It really does. Seriously, it's either flow or digi hell.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I. Oh, what was the question?
Like, when if someone was to say to you, "Oh, well, it's not gonna be the same as it was before. Time moves
No,
on."
that is the most. Is not because time has changed or something. That is the most foolish thing I can ever hear. No,
But I mean, why? So, is it supposed to be? Are we just supposed to listen to Sparrow and Shadow for the rest of our lives until
no,
Shadow's passed away now, but Sparrow until he reaches the
no.
next
People
stage.
can come, but it depends on the message they bring. You know, it ain't like before.
Is Calypso even a thing anymore? That's a real
Yeah, it is.
question.
It is, but it's not like before.
See, that's the sad part, because it's like I don't even know. The only person that I know of that did some kind of Calypso was what's his name, Swappy. I heard him do a cover of what's the song now? I think it was "I'm Feeling It," and that was cool.
Oh
It was modern, and I like it. The sound, it's like a modernized,
yeah,
revamped
yeah, yeah.
calypso sound. But he was like the only person that I was aware of that was doing anything like that.
That's cool.
But is it just a thing? Are people just not caring, or is it because the lyrics? Generally, calypso lyrics are they'll teach you a message. They can be slack
Yeah,
as well.
true.
But is it just that people want slackness with no message, or slackness but there's something behind it with the meanings?
Selecting people with no message. That's some people, but some people actually bring some good calypsos and
So
Kaiso.
you're gonna have to start posting some of that, because I don't know where I
Yeah,
can get some good clips on Kaiso.
I'd send them in the Discord.
Yeah, drop them in definitely. That's what I'm saying. It's like everyone needs to be aware of this. We should know what's going on in our culture. We should be aware of these things. We should be able to talk about these kind of histories.
But we don't.
You
It's like we don't even know our own selves. Like we just live life day by day without knowing our own history. You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And again, and that's what leads back to it. It's like, if you knew your history, if you knew who you were, if you knew the history of your culture, you wouldn't this wouldn't be a thing. This would never have
True.
happened. You would understand, like, for instance, again, because I like to use Moko Jump because it's such a prime example. You can see where it came from, how it got to where it is now, and how we've continued it on, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
was to just I don't even know what you would put that on, some silly insignificant, or even something that's quite degenerate, some kind of product, and you put that on there as the logo, as a representation of your product, that is so offensive, in
Wow.
terms of people's beliefs as well, because Moko Jumbi is not just some guy on stilts that has a spiritual meaning to it.
And
That
people
wouldn't be
doesn't see
okay.
them. They just think that everything in carnival is just a physical thing. It ain't.
It's so true. It's so true, but we're so quick to talk about our culture, our ancestors, ancestors,
Like
ancestors.
what do we know? You know nothing, but you're quick to like talk about your culture and big up yourself, and you know nothing.
Even Kalinda now. Can you imagine if
Wow.
you saying that they wanted to make Kalinda like a sport, an Olympic sport?
Yes, some people were suggesting that.
And again, even that, it's like, but if you really understood the
It would
significance of
literally, it will literally take away the whole meaning behind calendar if they ever do that.
that, and for those
It will
that
take
don't
away
know
the
what
whole
Kalinda
meaning.
is, can you just explain it as well for people that don't know?
Oh, it's basically an art form, right? It's like a martial art, but it's a secret art. It came from West Africa, from our ancestors, and the art form was passed on by our ancestors, for the slaves, onto us. But Kalinda itself, it wasn't stick fighting. It wasn't fighting. It was originally a dance.
Right.
Oh,
Would you say it's kind of like sorry, I just had to kill a damn what the hell, a mosquito in here? My god. Um hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on. Would you say it's like it reminds me a bit of capoeira, right? Because that's
yeah,
dance
yeah, yeah, yeah.
turned into fighting.
Yeah.
So it's a similar type of thing. And again, this is something that was brought to us, that was given to us, passed down for a reason. This was for a
Yeah.
reason. That series that you sent me, that was talking about calendar, the history of it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
was it the love way and all this type of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
This is stuff you have to learn and appreciate. That's part of the culture. So for someone to even suggest that this should be an Olympic sport, are people going to learn the love way? No, of course they're not.
No.
They
And
would cut the love
the
way
lava
out.
is
You
like the
can't have
main
that.
thing. The lava and a drum is the main thing in those things. It is the main thing.
How are you gonna have Kalinda no love way? It's just gonna be people fighting with sticks and what's that gonna be?
There would be
We
no
wanna
culture
just
behind it.
There will be none. And then what's gonna happen? Everyone's gonna do Kalinda and they're not gonna understand it. They're not
The
going to
meaning of it.
respect it. And me personally, would I want to see a European engaging in Kalinda? No.
No.
Can you speak patois? No, you can't. So why have you got this stick here?
Yes,
Put it
that
down.
is true.
And I think they would just call it a stick. They wouldn't call it a bois, which that's what it is.
What it is.
I couldn't tell you nothing about no bois, no love way, but you see, this is why I get really upset. This is why I really get upset. So I don't know if anyone in the UK is listening, but if you are and you're of Caribbean origin and you was feeling some kind of selective outrage about this, maybe you need to look into your own culture and start to appreciate it more instead of getting upset at the next man.
That is true.
yeah, that's true. But I was gonna say, like, in a way, many other people will sell some aspects of their culture, but at the same time, it's like they know what to sell, but what to keep also. Like the
Yeah, that is true.
Right,
Chinese, yeah,
right.
like the Chinese will sell their food, but they won't sell anything else besides that, which I think is very smart.
But even that, Michael, they sell you certain aspects. They sell you the fast food. They're not selling you real
Yeah, that is
Chinese
it.
cuisine.
Yeah. Real
Yeah, that's
Chinese
yeah.
food, what they eat is steam. You go in a
Mm.
Chinese restaurant, you're gonna get, I think it's fry, I think, but real Chinese food, they only eat steam foods,
Yeah,
and they don't
steam
sell you
rice,
that.
steam vegetables, steam fish. They're not
They
sitting
don't
around
sell
eating
you
wontons and chow mein.
that.
Yeah,
But you're gonna see we buy from them and be.
yeah,
We love that. It's sad.
yeah. Like I don't know. Like it's just the way that they do it that I'm like that's probably the best way to do it. despite how I feel about them.
But we're so quick to Notting Hill Carnival. Oh, come, anyone can come and dress up like a jumbie. Anyone can do that. They have the Grenadians. They have their version of jab jab. I don't know if they're allowing other people there, but even things like that, I wouldn't want to see it there. You see, the problem is right that I have with Notting Hill Carnival. It's not what it was meant to be because they literally refer to it now as a street party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Carnival is not supposed to be a street party.
Carnival in the Caribbean, it is just copied from Brazilian carnival. Like, look at it, just copied from that.
The costumes and everything. It's like, when was the last
There's
time you
no
really saw a
culture in it.
traditional thing? When?
Back in the 90s,
You know?
it's
And
bad.
like when I started doing my research a few years ago, because I really wanted to understand, like, what is our culture? Let me look deeper into it. There's only surface things that you see and hear when you grow up, right? You're not really told about too much. But I said, let me start researching into it. Let me start delving into it. And the deeper I look, I'm like, "Oh my we have all this in our culture, and no
Yep.
one's like saying anything about this. Like, hello, hi guys, we have this whole thing here that we're ignoring and willing to sell, but we want to be more Western. We want to be more American. We want to be more English. We want to be more
Yeah.
Canadian.
The
Where's
only
the
time
sense in
we're actually West Indian, or actually, ourselves, or black people, African people, is those 2 days. For the rest of the year, we want to be someone else.
that? It's shameful.
Yeah, I think sometimes we just look at it like the word selfish as a negative connotation, but sometimes being selfish is the real way to go about things. Because sometimes we're just too welcoming. I think that sometimes
Yeah,
we're just
it's
too
true.
nice. Yeah, and it's not just for Caribbeans; it goes really for all of us in a way. But I think the word selfish has to have a new meaning among us now.
There ain't nothing wrong with being selfish because everyone is just as selfish. We can't go to certain other cultures, events, and you can't just walk in and participate in that. They're not going to allow you to.
It's like what's an example? What's a good example? What's a good example?
But it's all sold for money.
Yeah.
It's all for money. Make a profit off of your own culture.
Like the certain traditions that Chinese people celebrate, I can't just go ahead and be like, "Oh, I'm one of you now." They're gonna look at me like, "What's your problem?"
Listen, my dad's dad is half Chinese. You think I could go there and be like, "Hi, I'm one of you. Let me in."
No, you can't do that. No, I'll be like,
Right?
no,
People that be looking at me crazy. Who's this crazy black woman? No, you're not one of us. Sorry, you can't join. And would I be upset? No, I won't be
you
upset.
can't. No. Especially if you didn't grow up that way.
Exactly. But we're so quick to just allow anybody. It's like hold on, let me. It's like you remember the whole Adele thing, the whole controversy with Adele dressing up. I don't know if you've seen this one, Ali. Like it is bad.
With the Bantu
It
twist.
is really with the Bantu twist and the Jamaican flag, and I mean, she just like a parrot, really.
She look
I don't know what she thought
like a cricket.
that she was trying to be.
That is shameful.
Oh, I'm trying to bring it up. Let me
What
um
was
let me load it up here on the screen. All right, now look at that. You see that?
No, 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 bruh.
Now I'm offended by Adele. Yes, I'm offended by this completely. But can I really be mad at Adele when we allow people to do this when they feel comfortable
That
enough?
is true.
We're so accepting in this culture. Anyone could do it.
Exactly.
And it's not even a thing of color per se. It just happens to be because of these people, but it's about the culture. You can't
Yeah.
just come in here
They
and
don't
just
take it
dress
as
up how you want to dress up.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to say it. Like it's not about really, if this person is a white person, it's really, does she even know what that means though? Does she really? Like, probably not.
No.
So I think it's just more so like, the meaning of things rather than who does it more so. But yeah, I don't know. She was like a crackhead, man. Look at that.
I mean, really and truly, we, same thing, right? If let's say, another Bajan dresses up as a character, but you don't understand the
yeah.
significance of that. As far as I'm concerned, take that off then, because if you don't understand what this means, then you shouldn't even be portraying this. It's not
That is true.
authentic. You don't understand the meaning of this.
History behind it, you know.
Look at this right here, right? This is culture. This is tradition. These are traditions. You don't even see this anymore. Now, bearing in mind, this is in Jamaica, but I know for a fact that Junction Festival isn't what it should be. It isn't as widespread. I hear stories about back in the day. Yeah, at Christmas time, you would see these people coming around and they not harass you, but they pester you. Give them some money and whatnot, and they go about their business. This is tradition. This is culture. You can see like there's certain things in this that you can see from West Africa that have been
Oh yeah,
transported
yeah,
and
definitely.
preserved, right? And we've had to adapt it to the current situation that we are in the environment that we're in, and we kept it. So why do we now want to act like we don't have a culture, or why do we just want to ignore it and let it die out or sell it?
Yeah, you see, this
You
this is
always want to be like the other man, you know. You want
uh,
to be white. When I have other people, you want to be like other people.
We want to
You don't want
be
to be
anything
yourselves.
but ourselves. We're not proud of this. And you can't tell me, oh, what do you mean we're not proud of it? We're so and so, and we love this, and we love. Yeah, but you allow another. If you really love it, you would preserve it. Stuff like this isn't even taught. I'm sure I could guarantee you that this is not taught in depth. I
Nope.
mean, I asked you the other day about in Trinidad when it comes to
Hmm.
the culture in Trinidad, right? Is this something that is taught in schools that young children are
No,
exposed to, and this goes
no,
throughout your entire school career?
no.
I mean, why not? This is our culture. How are you not going to teach this to the youth? I'm sure in other countries, right, their culture is taught to them at home and in the schools.
yeah, that's true. It is not just in like, yeah, it's just all over the world in general.
You come here to the UK, guess what? They teach you in school what they call British values.
Mm,
You're
What?
yeah,
learning British values. You're gonna learn in history. What are you gonna learn? Henry the Eighth killed all of his wives. This king did this. Mary, Queen of
No.
Scots, that. Elizabeth, this. Queen Victoria, that. They love to leave out the colonial parts, but we understand why. Don't want to be fully
Yeah.
honest. And
yeah,
and you know what? And that's their right because this is their country. Whatever
yeah,
it's up to you to know your history. But
right.
Yeah.
they teach their their British culture, whatever that's supposed to mean, and they pass that down to their kids. Us,
Yeah,
on the other
like,
hand, we don't do that.
Just
mm,
leave it and forget it. When you be like another man.
But these tourists, these strangers, they see our culture, how we portray it as an entertainment thing, and they think it's cute. And
It
tutus,
ain't.
they're gonna start taking it.
People die because of these things, yo. You don't understand the history of these. Come on.
And that's the thing. That's the sad part. You risked your life doing things like this at a certain period. Drums were banned. They were outlawed.
Yep. In Trinidad, yeah.
Rhythm, right? And across the English speaking, because the British Empire and whatnot, they wanted to make sure that you couldn't communicate because they knew that we had communication through drums and so on and so forth. When they had insurrections, we were able to communicate to different plantations using drum. So
Oh,
they had to ban that.
that's interesting. I never knew that.
You see, and there you go, Michael. And you know what? You have you're okay to not know that because you're not part of the culture and you're learning something, right? But
Yeah.
these same people that are the biggest cultural defenders and we hate you, Michael B. Jordan, culture vulture, they couldn't tell you the same
What
thing.
do they do? What do they do?
I don't know.
Trust me,
Wow.
you got the big Trinidad flag on your chest like you're Superman talking about I'm here to defend my culture, but you couldn't even respect the history and significance of it. Anything that was deemed too African, you could be killed for. You could be maimed for.
Yeah, that's how it went in South America.
Wow.
But it's really a shame how people are carrying on with this thing and how we're not doing some inward reflection at ourselves and getting upset with Michael B. Jordan. Like it's not even he's not the main issue here. He's
No.
really not.
Uh,
Because like he didn't do it for spite or anything. Like, it's not like he saw something and it's basically who is this collab? You know, who's his partner in this business? The Trinidad, and that's who I want to know.
Let me ask you a question, Eileen. If Nicki Minaj, right? If Nicki Minaj
What's up?
decided that she was gonna be patriotic and she's gonna make um Nicki Minaj um Laventil perfume, she's gonna call it Laventil. How would you feel about that?
Nope. 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 Nope.
Why? She's born in Trinidad. Her family's from
Yeah.
Trinidad.
What like what does she have to do with Trinidad? Like she she doesn't respect her country. She doesn't respect where she comes from. I don't know. No. But if like she supports the area, then yeah. But if it's like just a profit for herself, no, 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 no. If it's like she's sending back money back home to help people or something, yeah. But if it's all for herself, no.
Right. Well, I seen one music video she did. I think she went to Juve and she shot a music video there, but it wasn't really that she went to Juve to enjoy the culture and celebrate. And if I'm not
She just
mistaken, her
wants
husband got into a fight with Iowa. So it's like, come on, man. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
really?
it's a love, you know. But this dude, he's like, "Will you touch my wife for man?" Like, come on, bruh. It's a love.
Right.
You want to come here angry? You what, man?
It's like you
It's time
come
to
and
be
appreciate
happy.
the culture. You don't come in here and get into a fight with Iowa George.
Nah.
Like, what's wrong with you? Can you chill, please? My God. That would be like Rihanna going to Barbados for crop over. She brings her boyfriend, and now he's trying to fight with Mia Motley because she gave her a hug. Like, stop.
oh my god, I will fight between her
No,
and Mia
man.
Motley.
Wow.
So it's enough for Nicki Minaj being able to come out with Laventille perfume, or
If she
I
supports
don't
her
know.
country, yeah. If she supports her country,
But she's not. It's all a money thing. Or even if she did, like, let's say that I'm trying to think. So maybe she'll fund a school or something like that. Is
yeah.
that enough, or are we asking for too much? Is she obliged to do it, or is it just like be grateful that she even paid you guys some dust?
She can fund a school, but it's all with how people think about the country, you know? Maybe we might get better at this tourism sector from that. Maybe. We don't know.
I mean, yeah, you see, I don't mind that so much, especially when it comes to tourism, right? Because Trinidad doesn't need to rely on tourism.
No.
Trinidad is industrious, which is good.
Yep.
So it's like tourism, yeah, it's something definitely, and Trinidad sees a high in tourism when it comes to carnival season and whatnot, which is great. But no, Nicki Minaj, she won't. It won't be a help.
No.
What if she did a video, right? And she
Yeah.
dressed up as a Moko Jumbi and she was twerking as a Moko Jumbi because I could see her doing that now. I
What?
can see
Oh, that's
That's
it.
a
I
messed
can.
up. that is that is the most disrespectful thing.
that's a
No.
slap in the face.
It's a slap in the face, but you remember what she did with Malcolm X's picture?
What did she
Wow.
do?
Oh, you don't. All right. Well, we're gonna have to show you then because this is what she did.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you're about to know what she did to Malcolm X's picture. This so
She
disrespectful.
I'm scared
she
now.
Now, Michael, you know what it is. You must have seen it.
I don't think I saw it.
You saw it. Yeah, yeah. You know what it is.
I don't think. No, I said I don't think I saw it. Maybe I did, but hold on.
that's messed up.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I never saw that.
Oh, you
That is
didn't see this?
disrespect.
Uh-uh.
That that is disrespectful. The highest point, you know.
Disrespect to the culture. I mean, if we want to get real technical, Malcolm X's mother was Grenadian, so you're like disrespecting another Caribbean icon. People like to forget that Malcolm X's mother was Grenadian, but
Right. Yep.
shout outs to Grenada. I haven't seen Devon in ages. I hope he's all right because I reached out, but I didn't get anything back. I'm sure he's fine. But I think we only got
Well,
one Grenadian.
I have never seen that.
Oh, I forgot about Nicki Minaj's Instagram post.
About
What
Michael
you?
G. Michael
Yeah,
B.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But she said, I'm sure Michael B. Jordan didn't intentionally do anything he thought Caribbean people find offensive, but now that you are aware, change the name and continue to flourish. You see, now, okay, I can agree. Yeah, maybe change the name. But Nikki, shut up. No, it's a real thing. Like, shut up. No, only because you're not. Who are you even in a position to say anything? You said that half of Trinidad had AIDS. You've made your country look so bad on national TV multiple times.
Wow.
Like I
Yeah.
remember this one TV show she was doing. I think it was like The Voice or something like that, right? And this lady was from Liberia, and as you know, Liberia had a very very nasty civil war.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the girl was how they do the sub story segment or whatnot, and so she was talking about her experience of coming out of the war, right? Which is legit. And Nicki Minaj is like, I can relate so much. I know what it's like to come from a country that is like that and has violence. I'm just like, oh, hold on a second. What do you mean that? I know Trinidad has crime issues, but you did come from a war. Like the way that she was talking, it was like insinuating that Trinidad is like some war ravaged island where people just walk around barefoot and eat out of the bins. It's like, come on. Trinidad is not how you're describing it. So for you now to want to come out and
It's
and
messed
you
up.
know try and talk for Trinidad and she had the nerve to use the Trini flag too. Like stop it. It's
It's messed up.
ridiculous. Talking about hashtag Juve, like I'm not a fan of Nicki Minaj. Really, I'm not.
I think none of us are.
I'm not a fan. I'm not trying to be a hate or anything. It's not even a thing of hate, but it's just be in the position to be able to speak on something like this. Don't just talk now because your country's being mentioned and you remember that you're Trinidadian now.
No, no, no. It's like you know where you come from. You come from Trinidad, right? And you're that high place, and yet still you don't like promote your country in any way, any form, any fashion, or you like talk to bring them down. No, man, that is very low. It is low.
That's the thing. I wonder if Cardi B has said anything because Cardi B's half Trini as well. And people can hate on Cardi B, but I'm gonna say this: I don't hate Cardi B, and it's not just because she's half Trini, but from what I've heard, she's actually tried her best to help Trinidad in certain ways as well, and she's like donated money and stuff like that. And so to me, it's like I can't do anything but respect that.
True.
Say what you want. I definitely not say I can't even say I don't like her music. I've heard it, but I don't listen to it, and it's just not my it's not my cup of tea. It just she sound a bit slow to me, so I don't want to hear it. But at least she tries to do something. Nicki Minaj, I bet you anything you could talk to her and talk to her about Love Way, she wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Nope. You know one thing about
She can't speak no patois. She can't tell you no history.
she's living the American dream.
And that's all well and good, but even when you're living abroad, know your culture. Every other group here in the UK, they're connected to their culture, and that's what keeps them grounded. I
Yep.
really believe that the reason why us as Afro Caribbean people in the UK are so backward and wayward, I'm gonna use the word backwards, because of all this nonsense that's going on, we are not really connected to our culture like that. We're not. I went to a youth symposium, I think back in 2000, was it 2019, but it was with the Dominica High Commission. So it was more so for the Dominican diaspora, right? But because I can understand and speak Creole and whatnot, I thought I would go along anyway and learn something and see what they're talking about. And I respect the Dominica High Commission in the UK. Shout outs to High Commissioner Charles. She's a very nice lady. Um, and their thing was we're losing our culture. Our youth are losing their culture in this country. What
Wow.
can we do to implement the culture?
That's true.
And this is something that really needs to be a conversation. It has
Mm-hmm.
to come amongst the youth, the younger people, because when you learn it from young, it's second nature, or really it's first nature to you because it's your culture. This is just what it
Your life.
is, and we don't have a bad culture. We really
Hmm.
don't. We have certain negative elements that have crept up into it, and now is people say, "Oh, it's just our culture. It's just our culture," and it's like, no, no, no. This ain't our culture. You're trying to justify it and say it's our culture, but it's not. But we have a very rich history and a colorful, pleasant culture that we're either just ignoring or taking for granted. I mean, we don't even speak our own languages, and I understand that. Again, our languages, they were not allowed. They were viewed as less than. If you spoke Creole or Patois, you were viewed as stupid and uneducated. Children weren't allowed to speak that type of language in school. Imagine you're in a whole country that the majority of people speak this language, but you can't even speak that in school. If children were heard, this is from what I was told by my Creole teacher, a Dominican lady. She said that when she was at school, if you were caught speaking Creole to another student or to anybody, you would get reported. You weren't allowed to speak that.
That's messed up.
That's mad.
It is. Aline, in school, did you guys ever have a choice of language to learn? Could you learn, I don't, because Haitian Creole is the biggest spoken Creole. Could
Yeah,
you learn
French.
Papiamentu? Oh, you had French, but you
French.
didn't have no
Yeah.
Creole, you have no Patois.
No, we really didn't have no patois, only French
So
and
you could
Spanish.
you couldn't do okay, Spanish. eh, Spanish, okay, kind of, we because we have
But not
Spanish
like
speakers.
native African languages like Creole and Patois and stuff. No.
No.
I think in St. Lucia they learn Creole. I think.
Yeah, Saint Lucia, made steps to I think the word is codify their language, so they have a dictionary now for their type of patois, which is a
Wow.
great step, right?
Yeah,
But more needs to be done with that.
yeah. Great
If it was
disclose.
if it was up to me, I would just say, you know what, official language patois. All right, forget this English. We're not English people. We speak patois. That's how we're comfortable. No, it's
Well,
true
village
because you
that
can write
speaks
in
patois
patois.
too, but
This isn't just a spoken thing. You can read and write in patois. And guess what? When you read and write in patois, you can communicate with people from Dominica and from Haiti and from Guadeloupe and Martinique. But there's a bit more Frenchy, but it's intelligible. You can understand each other to a degree. So now you
Yeah,
can communicate with other people, and this is why I personally I started on a journey of let me learn how to read, write, and speak Haitian Creole because now I can speak Creole. I can communicate effectively with Haitians as well as Dominicans and St. Lucians and people from Guadeloupe and people from Martinique. So now I can understand you more.
right.
So now I'm learning Spanish because I plan on going on some traveling to Cuba. Now I'm gonna speak Spanish, and guess what? I can speak to Cubans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, people in Central America as well, Venezuela, because they're kind of considered Caribbean as well. Panama, you know, because we have a lot of people that migrated from places like Trinidad and Barbados that went to Panama.
You see, that's another thing I didn't know. I'm
Yeah,
learning.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was to build the canal. I've apparently got family up in Panama, so
That should be interesting.
we should be embracing our languages and putting them at the forefront. Speak English, yeah, okay, that's fine. But when we're talking about, especially Barbados, cough cough, we're talking about let's learn Mandarin for what?
Yeah, I could kind of understand what Pinto was talking about in terms of like a business sense, but she also said, don't let it replace what you already have. So
yeah,
I can
Right.
already, yeah, I can understand what she said by that.
Let's not make their thing a priority. We never prioritize us,
Oh, yeah,
our
true.
culture, our languages. We want to put that at the back burner. Oh, that's patois. Oh, my grandma speak patois. I don't understand patois. That's how them people speak. No,
yeah.
but you laugh, but there are really people like that. There were really people like that.
Yeah, I know. I
No,
know.
there's some. I laugh because there's some Africans that are like that. By the way, like I grew up with them.
So what they like, they say, "Oh, I don't speak such and such. My parents do, but I don't. I can't bother with it."
What?
Yeah, like I can't really say my cousin used to be like this. She used to be the one that kind of just wondered about what they're saying. But there were other kids that I knew that were like, oh, I can't be bothered by that.
It's terrible, man.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
But
But I will.
oh, yeah,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Ali.
No, I'm just saying I'd have to respect Africans though because Africans still have the most basic human common sense to preserve their culture. Africans ain't gonna give up their culture like that. Forget what people say and people say, "Oh, Africans want to be more westernized." But I'll tell you one thing though, and Nigeria. Shout out to Nigerians because they're always like the talk of the
Yeah,
town with everybody.
Yeah,
Nigerians keep their culture, but they find a way to modernize it, and you have to respect it.
yeah, I respect that a lot, you know. But I was gonna say, like, there was a point that my mom made that I didn't think she was ever going to make, but she said that when you bring a kid to the US, all of a sudden now they don't want anything to do with your culture. And I'm like, that's very
that's
true.
sad.
That's sad, but it's true.
It
I never
Hmm.
is.
thought she would say it. I think she kind of just looked at me and said, "Thank God you embrace it." And I'm like, "You're telling me? You see what U.S. culture is right now?"
Garbage. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, even me, right? I don't have kids, but I worry. Like, if I was to have kids here, I can only teach them so much. But when you're not at home, you're not getting that experience. And
True.
like, even certain experiences that I had when I went to Barbados for the first time, I was 5 years old. but it was such a culture shock even at that young age. I still remember that trip vividly. Even just things outside. You don't see chickens out here roaming up and down the street, right? You,
Hmm.
out here, you're not used to people saying hello, good afternoon, how are you, and speaking to you and being a human being. You're not used to that here. You know, you speak to people, you have conversation. There's the sense of community. Everyone kind of look out for each other, type of thing. All these type of things that we have, right? But then
Uh-huh.
when you have a child out here and they're not raised with that and they've never experienced that at any point, they come out different. And then you have kids, because I remember I used to ask people that I worked with, I'm like, have you ever been back home before? They're like, nah. I'm like, would you ever consider going back? And they're like, nah, I'd rather just die here. And I'm just like, whoa. I kid you not.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah,
I've had
yeah,
people tell me that they would just live here, be born here, and die here. And it's just like,
You know,
yeah. You're not the
really?
only. You're not the only one. Well, maybe I haven't talked to them, but I have also just heard some people say that they don't really have any interest. And they just feel like this is their place, and they should just go out here. And I'm like, all right, I guess.
live your life, buddy.
Just live your life. I'm not tell you what to do.
That's fine, but don't be the first one that when you see something that's really a part of your culture that someone is benefiting
Yeah,
of it. Don't be talking about culture,
that is
culture. How dare
hypocrisy.
you?
Yeah,
That is hypocrites, bro. Yeah, hypocrites.
Total hypocrisy.
yeah. I can see your point of view now. Like some people just not caring about where they come from, and then all of a sudden now they got a problem with somebody else trying to perpetuate it. And I'm like, you didn't care in the beginning. Why do you care now? I understand what you mean by that.
See, this is why I need to get this server bigger here with more people from back home and more continentals and stuff like that, so we can have more of this exchange and do a lot more learning. But no, Aline, the thing that you posted about the calendar and Lavway, and I was watching the rest of the series about it, right? Like all the different
Yeah,
elements.
yeah,
The amount of information that's in that, just the calendar thing
yep.
alone.
I was like, wow. Like some things I never even know about it. I was like, wow, that is so much thing. Like a whole, bruh. There's so much knowledge in that. That just, wow, it's wonderful, yeah.
It really is. And it just goes to show how much that we have buried, all these things. And it's great because when we're young and we didn't know much about it, and it's like you're rediscovering something, and it's like, oh my god, I didn't know that we had this and that and this and that. And it gives you a sense of pride, like, wow, this is us, this is what we have. You guys have
But
calendar, we have stick licking, which is basically the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we have a lot of great things. Like, Michael, let's hear about your nation, the Luo, your Luo. Tell us.
Yeah, like some of the things that you got a point about, like when you learn about certain things about your country and you start feeling prideful. Like there was one thing like the Mau Maus. Like I never really knew much about them, and that just made me start to feel little bit prideful about where I come from, And then I found out that they used to grow out their hair into dreadlocks because they wanted to intimidate the opposition, and I was like, you see, I didn't know that either. And I believe I might be wrong, but I believe that might have been where the Rastafarians got the idea for dreadlocks, but I might be wrong. And then there's another thing where like the elders from maybe years ago, they used to wear like an earring that would stretch from like the beginning of their ear to like the end of their I guess you call it like an earlobe, but that would represent something like that person right there, he's important, don't mess with that guy. I don't know whether they still do it now, but I thought that was interesting. And yeah,
I'm saying we have so many great things within our cultures, that we can appreciate, and like when you learn the meaning behind them, that's what makes it even more special. So now you
Yep.
understand why you see what you see.
Right.
But it's slowly dying out because like no one wants to take it up.
Yeah, another thing about the Maomaos I learned was that, literally everybody went and fought in the war, not just the men. It was like the men, the women, the children, some of the children, and even the prostitutes. The prostitutes went
Wow.
and fought in the war. They were like, like, hey, like if I don't have a country at the end of the day, it's like, where do I go?
Like, do I have to sell somewhere? Like, guys, you're messing up my business.
Like these British people are messing up business. Like, yeah. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
That
now
just made me
prostitutes,
feel
they're
proud.
people too. They are people too.
Yeah, like I have to respect that after hearing about that. I'm like, wow, prostitutes, they know when to go. When
I
it's
mean,
time to go, they
shout
go.
outs to the prostitute that tried to run for prime minister of Barbados, and then she lost it. She was like, "All right, I'm going back to the streets now." Shout outs
Wow.
to her. Yeah.
What?
Big ups to her.
What was her name? I think it was Natalie Harewood or something like that. Yeah, she was after she lost. She was like, "All right,
Oh
I'm just gonna go
man.
back to the streets because that's all I know." It's just like, "All right, bye."
Well, I
I
never
feel like
heard
she
of
would have been
that.
a better choice. I mean, hey, she runs a business, right? She's her own business. She would do a better job than our current government, I think.
Well, yeah, like I mean, she knows about industry. Maybe
Right,
not the one that
exactly.
you're used to. Maybe not the one that most people are used to, but she knows something.
I mean, hey, a prostitute that's still alive, she's obviously doing something right. So
Keep it to yourself, basically.
exactly, exactly. But I don't know if you guys have any final words on the topic. I think we kind of covered everything, and I'm pretty satisfied that I've vented about this now.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. It goes back to the point about the Chinese that I made. Like, they sell certain parts of their culture, but they don't sell every single thing. They just sell like the cheap stuff, the thing that maybe they don't care too much about, but they keep the sacred stuff to themselves. So I think that's what Caribbean should be doing right now.
I agree, 100%. You know what can Ali? What can we give them? Like they can have. You see, I wouldn't even say they can have jerk chicken. They've taken jerk chicken, and let me tell you something actually, because I got a story. So last trip that I was coming back from Barbados, last year, right? I had to stop off in Antigua to pick the people up, and they had to fill up the plane with food. So I'm looking at the menu now. They say jerk chicken. Personally, I don't like jerk chicken, but it's the only decent thing that they have there on the menu. The other thing was some foolishness fusion food. I said, I'm not gonna eat that. So they bring around the jerk chicken now on the plane. When I tell you it was barbecue chicken with pineapple in it, I'm like, what kind of jerk chicken is that? It was barbecue chicken, right?
Ah,
With pineapple.
ah, God.
Oh,
But
bro,
I will
Ali is
say
about to
this.
go. Yeah,
Let
go
me
ahead.
say this though. The
Yeah.
rice and peas was on
Yeah.
point.
Barbecue
You said
chicken.
barbecue chicken with pineapple.
What?
And they
Oh
called
Wow.
that
man.
jerk. And I was so upset because I bought the plain Wi-Fi, so I was like texting my mom saying they said this was jerk chicken, this is barbecue chicken. I'm upset. I want to come home. This plane is full of people. People is coughing. We got another 10 hours until we get back. Like that was bad. That was really bad.
Wow.
Wow.
So no, these people they can't have jerk chicken. Don't give them roti either. That's you know what? It's weird actually. You see now this brings up another topic. Roti.
Yeah.
Because that is an Indian thing, undeniable. That belongs to the Indians. Is roti really a Trini thing now? Can that be considered a Trini thing?
Yeah. Now, yeah.
See, I'm gonna start trouble. I'm gonna say no. Roti doesn't belong to the Trinidadians.
But it doesn't belong but originally from Indians. But yeah. But
Well,
back
you know
then,
what?
no.
It Trinidadians are culture vultures because they're claiming roti. So I'm starting trouble with the Trinis. I want war.
Oh. Oh, back then, like my mom used to tell me a story like before when they were young and they were going to school, the Indians used to trade food with the Africans, the African children. Like the Indians would trade their roti for like normal African food like cuckoo, cassava, and all those stuff.
Oh, you guys eat cuckoo? Oh, you do. You do eat cuckoo, but you guys do it different. You guys have it different. Because I seen a Trinidadian cuckoo one day, and I said, first of all, why does it look like macaroni pie? Why is it square? And secondly, it's neon green, and I wasn't sure about that.
Green?
It was green. It
No,
was
no, no,
green.
no, 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 no. Yeah, no. No, no, no.
This thing was green, and I was
What?
saying to
That is not treated. That
no,
can't be.
it was Trini.
I
Let me see
can
if I can
understand
find
if you
it.
could say it looked like a pie, but it's always cornmeal, Come on, bro.
Yeah, but this thing was green looking, and Knock. I was telling Knock about it. I showed him. I was like, Knock, you need to explain this because this here, the Trini's out here looking terrible. I told you, Trini's every Trini I run into on Discord is always started. It's just like, damn, Trini's can't catch up.
What?
I found it. I found it. Hold on. Let me copy the link. This looked weird to me. Real weird. Look at that. That don't look green to you?
What the? um, I, I, I don't know.
I mean, tell the
Come on,
truth.
bro.
Don't feel pressure. Is that really how cuckoo is in Trinidad? Tell the truth.
No, well, I don't know how they made their cuckoo, but my grandma made cuckoo. I know the color is not green.
I'm just
I
saying,
don't know how. I
Trinidad,
don't know them. I
Trinidadians
don't
are
know.
culture vultures. They're stealing Bajan cuckoo and making this Lego block monstrosity out of our national dish.
He said Lego block.
Look, like, why is it so square? That's the real question. I thought, did they really?
I won't call it I told it because my great grandmother was Bajan. You know, that didn't feel anything. It was just passed on.
Ah, right. So really you're a Bajan. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We accept you. We accept you. Because that cuckoo don't even look right. And then what gets me is it's just what's it served with? It ain't got nothing with it. Like you just gonna eat it like that, just as a square. Like where's the okra? Where's the fish? Where's the stew?
The
Like it's
okra,
just
it's in the cuckoo. It's made with the cuckoo.
yeah, but it don't mean that you can't have some on the side.
Yeah, it does. But that is when it's now come with the oven.
It shouldn't even be in the oven. That's the rule. That rule talk that should not be in the oven. Like why is it baked? That's not right. That's not the right way.
Ask
Like you don't do
some
that.
ask some people. Don't ask me. People make the
This is
cuckoo
how it's
different.
supposed to
Yeah.
be done. It's supposed to be
Well,
like
that
how
that that is how we do it.
right. You're supposed to serve it like how you would fufu in a bowl. It's like you know how fufu is when you get it served. Like Michael, you eat
Yeah, yeah,
fufu
yeah,
all day. You know how it's supposed to be,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
right? It ain't supposed to be no Jenga block square bricks bacon in the oven. I don't understand. I don't
No,
understand that.
you can't do that. You're doing it wrong at that point. Why would you do that? It's like that's disrespect in a way.
That is real disrespect to our national dish. But you know what? It's okay. You guys have it your way. We'll do it our way. We'll just make jokes as we usually do because it's never really that deep. Shout out to Trini people. Shout out to Kenya with their ugali as well.
Hmm.
Yo, the way you said that just now,
It's
it's like,
good. It's basically, it's like basically the equivalent to what fufu is. Like that's our fufu, basically.
I'm looking at some right now, and this is
The
good,
best dish I've
especially
had
this.
in Trinidad was breadfruit oil down. That is the best dish.
I have never had oil down. I've just never had a chance to try it.
What? Oh
Never tried it.
man.
But I know Grenadians to eat that because that's their national dish is the oil down. But I don't know if they do it the same way that you guys do it.
Oh,
Look
let
at
me
that.
see.
Yep, that's it.
Look at that right there. Ugali.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
See now I want some Kenyan food. I was in a live stream chat today and we was just talking about like types of things that we like. I don't trust people that eat chicken foot because if you eat chicken foot, you're just not a good person, in my opinion.
What?
I'm just saying you
Oh
can't be
man.
trusted. If you eat chicken foot, you are not a trustworthy individual. I'm just gonna keep it real. You're just not.
Oh my god! I think I'm not gonna lie. I think there's somebody in my family that eats chicken feet. I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, we have
It's
chicken
something
foot
about
soup.
the face boy.
I don't like it.
Listen, chicken foot looks like dinosaur claws. If you eat that, then you're a monster on the inside. Because I couldn't.
You're drunk if you eat that.
Where's
You gotta
Shadow
be
Nine?
drunk.
Where's Shadow?
He eats them.
'Cause Shadow Nine will defend chicken foot to the hills. Like, I don't know what time he DM me a picture of these frozen chicken feet he had in his freezer. I was like, "Ugh,
Wow.
disgusting. Not me, man. I'm sorry. I love our people, but some of the stuff that we eat, chicken foot, iguana too. Some of us out here eating iguanas, but I'm not gonna name which country. I'm not gonna do that. But some of us out here eating iguanas.
Yeah, we eat iguana. Well, you know it's us, but
Well,
it's
you
called
see,
white meat.
I didn't say it. You said it, not me, right? Um, some of us eating
No, no,
maniku
it's a normal
as
thing.
well.
It's a normal thing. It's wild meat. In Africa, it's bush meat,
It's an it's
but
an
it's wild
iguana.
meat.
Like you don't eat an iguana. You don't do that. It's an iguana. Why would you want to eat that?
Curry it.
No, no, no.
Actually,
Stop, 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 stop. No, no, no,
bruh.
no, no, no.
Wait, so you never had iguana?
Are you crazy? You think I would eat any? Listen, I'm not even trying to sound like above anyone, but
Hi.
eating an iguana? That's a reptile. I can't bring myself to do that. It's an iguana. Like it's a big green scaly freak. No, no, no. Michael, would you eat an iguana?
No, I can't do that. I just can't.
Even if it was curry?
Nah, I
Nah.
don't like the taste. It kind of
You know,
tastes fishy for
you
me.
know the crazy thing about that is I had to think about it first. And I was like, nah, nah, still not.
Wait, so Aline, you've had iguana before?
Yeah, but I didn't like the taste. Ooh, the
Oh
best
wow.
banh mi I ever liked was tattoo. You know what's that?
You said what is it?
It's called a tattoo. Well, Trinidad we
Tattoo.
call it tattoo because it's actually armadillos.
Oh, tattoo. Yeah, yeah. Grenadians eat that. Yeah.
You ever
Oh
tasted
God.
that?
No,
So you never had wild meat in your life? Oh
nah,
man.
nah, nah, nah. I'm sorry. Nah,
Yeah, chicken and turkey and pork. I don't like pork.
nah. I don't eat pork.
Yeah, man. I don't like that at all.
Oh god, you really out here eating tattoo? Like, ew,
It,
come on.
it, it, it's a Caribbean thing. It's called wild meat. You in the bush,
Listen,
you hunt,
that's
and that's what you get.
Caribbean everywhere else but Barbados. I am yet to ever hear Bajan talk
That
about,
that
ooh,
those are the most healthiest meat though, because they only feed on natural stuff.
mhm. I'm looking at a picture right now. I can't.
You
It
won't.
looks nice when it's curry.
No,
It looks
listen,
good.
listen. You won't even know if you're served. You won't even know if someone serves you it.
That's too
I
much
bet you that
bone. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at a picture
you
of
taste it
tattoo curry
once.
right now.
You taste it once. You're gonna lick your fingers off.
You see, that looked really good as well, but I just, mm-mm. That looks really good. That looks so tasty, but that's an armadillo.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I might still eat that. It just, it just looks. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I would eat it, but just don't tell me what it is.
Wait,
Just-
y'all ever ate goat stomach?
Nah, I don't do tripes. I don't do no kind of tripe. Sorry. No.
I don't know.
I s-
I'm asking.
I seen
I'm
tripe
asking
before,
Michael.
right? In the butchers I seen it.
I tasted it once, but it like it just didn't set. It wasn't right for me.
Okay, so I want to make sure I get this understood. The guy that eats tattoo has a problem eating tripe.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's something. It goes in your mouth. You're just like, no, it ain't for me.
But tattoo is fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on who make. No, it depends on who makes it. You know,
I don't care
it
if my
depends on.
grandma made it. I don't care if
You
God
don't.
made it.
It,
That's tattoo. I no no
yo,
no
you won't
no.
even know. You won't
Mm-mm.
She
even
said.
know.
She said she didn't care even if
You're
God
just
made
gonna
it.
no. You're just gonna taste the sweetness, and you're just gonna be like, wow.
Sweetness. You're gonna be there crunching into armadillo shell, talking about I broke a tooth.
No,
Oh
no, no,
my
not
god.
crunching. No, the meat is it's stuck on the shell, so you gotta like.
The
Wow.
thing is, it looks really nice. It really does, but I can't bring myself to do it. I'm sorry. It's goat, lamb, chicken. I don't really eat beef so much, but beef. I'll have beef. Duck. I really don't eat duck that often, but I can eat duck.
I
But
can only
I
eat duck and
can't bring
curry.
myself to eat. Yeah, curry duck is good. Curry duck is good with tamarind as well. Tamarind sauce. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
But now, see, now I have to ask you a whole bunch of questions because I want to understand why you're out here eating iguanas and armadillos.
I don't like iguana, but we do eat iguana in Trinidad. It's wild meat. In Africa, it's called bush meat.
Oh man, I don't know. You would really have to lie to me. Like my cousin made me eat octopus once, right? She tricked me. She says,
No,
"Oh, try it."
I've
She
never
said,
ate
"Try
that.
it. It's sea cat." She's like, "It's
I
sea
don't
cat."
mind.
I said, "What's sea cat?"
I don't know.
I thought she was joking with me. She's
I
like,
don't know,
"No, it's
Mama.
sea cat. It's sea cat."
What? Oh
Yeah,
man.
she's telling me they call it sea cat, right? And then my other cousin was like, "Yeah, no, she's not lying. It's called sea cat. Try it." So as I
Wow.
start eating it, she tells me, "Oh yeah, sea cat is also octopus." And I wanted to spit, but I don't want to be rude, so I was like chewing it, and it was like it wasn't so bad. It was just kind of fishy tasting because I had
Yeah.
it as what do you call it with was it bulljoy?
Oh
With the salt fish and it's pickled and
yeah.
spicy and
Yeah.
whatnot. So it was like it's kind of fishy tasting, but it wasn't terrible, But I won't have octopus again. I won't.
Yeah,
But how
my
do you have a
mom.
problem with octopus, but you will eat
No, no,
an
it's just
armadillo?
me. Because it's a sweet meat. Like my mom ate monkey and she didn't even know.
Oh, stop.
No, seriously. My dad, the guy's got wild meat in the freezer, so she took it out. She didn't know what it is, so she wanted to cook it, and for some reason, it doesn't become soft because monkeys are tough meat, right? It won't, so she put it in a pressure cooker. She does everything. It doesn't become soft. She spent hours and hours on it, and it finally, cooked. And when she tasted it, it was the sweetest meat. That's what I heard. And then, like a few days, the husband and but my dad was talking to his friends, right, in the house, and he was like something about monkey, and she asked him the question, and she was like, then she found out it was monkey out, and she was like, "You want to go crazy?"
You see, now I want to just put in a PSA for all of these people. I remember back when Ebola was the Ebola outbreak, and people was laughing at Africans saying, "Oh, they eat monkeys, that's why they got Ebola." If you're from Trinidad or anywhere else in the Caribbean that eats monkeys, shame on you. Shame
I
on you. Shame on you, because see now I'm learning something new. I didn't know that we was out here eating monkeys. I know that people get
Yeah.
annoyed with the monkeys because my
Some
cousin, she
fish,
suffers
me,
with them.
some people may eat alligator, but I don't like that. It's fishy, too fishy for me.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know what to
weird.
say. You've lost me now. You've lost me completely. See, this is what I'm saying. Now I need to learn about my culture even more, because I
You
had
see,
no idea that we're out here eating crocodiles and alligators and monkeys. I didn't know this.
you know,
I had no idea.
it's wild meat. You go into the forest and you get your meat.
This has
You
to be a
see, you
Trinidad
just come
thing
to
because
like,
Barbados ain't got no
wait,
forest. We ain't got nothing.
please, please. No, what? Not only here.
We got forest.
Please, have you like at least had deer meat?
I've had deer meat, not back home though, and I didn't like it.
What? Oh
Hmm.
man.
Didn't like it. Not big on it. Sorry, not deer meat. Yeah, deer. It's just I don't know. I've had pigeon. Pigeon's quite nice.
You eat pigeon.
Yeah,
You're talking about me, but you eat pigeon.
yeah. It's not street pigeon. It's farm pigeon.
I know. No. I just can't do that. No.
It's like it tastes.
Pigeon.
It tastes like duck. It tastes like duck, but
I'm
more
not
beefy.
eating pigeon.
All right, so
I know they
we got
sell
this
them
guy here
here
on the
in the
panel
poultry
that
shops.
I want to make sure I understand this correctly. So Aline will eat alligator, iguana.
No.
I
I
assume
don't
that
like
you would,
alligator.
but
Trinidad
you've
here
eaten it
eat
though.
alligator.
Okay, all right,
Tasted it.
okay,
Never swallowed.
fine. You had tattoo, and you
Yeah.
swear by tattoo,
Yeah.
but you only what do you call it, pigeon.
No. No. That's just weird. It just not my type. Not me.
Yeah, I give up. Michael, how you feeling about this inconsistency? Because this ain't keeping the same energy. I don't understand. Listen, Michael's on DoorDash right now trying to order some tattoo curry with plain rice.
Why are you lying about me like that?
Listen, you talking about? Oh yeah, do you know what, guys? I think I will eat that. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
It looks
strength.
good.
Oh
It
yeah, it
looks
does
good.
look good.
Wait, but listen, right? Would you all like try it? Just like try it? Would you all ever like if you're offered it, right? Would you all try it?
I You see, if I know, you would have to be a real convincing person, hide the armadillo shell. You have to really clean up your tracks for me to not know what it is. Because if I catch any kind of hint that this
So
is
wait.
tattoo or it's
You're in
iguana,
the house, right?
I'm not gonna use it.
Okay, let's say you have a family reunion and they're cooking tattoo, and you smell that curry. Okay, everyone has the tattoo, everyone's eating that, and you're just gonna stay there, right? Just smell that curry, make it tempting and stuff. I didn't even taste it.
I'll go to KFC.
What?
You think I'm joking, but let's not act like Trinidad and Barbados KFC ain't tasty. Let's not act like it's not good.
Yeah, but the customer service
That's
is bad.
Yeah, trust me, it really is. It's terrible. The customer service is so bad. Like you go there, your order is always wrong, and that kept happening to me. Listen, I ordered food from the KFC to this little hotel place I was staying at. To this day, I never received my order, and I never received a
What?
refund either.
What?
What?
And you think I was gonna
Oh
go there and
man.
argue with these people? I saw a man get
Um.
threatened to get sprayed in the face with hand sanitizer. I'm not going there to argue with these people.
That's crazy.
I'll mind my damn business and just, all right, you took my money and I'm just gonna have to take this L.
What? No. I'm gonna be up in there, making a whole scene. I'm not gonna make
Good,
them take
good
things
luck.
seriously.
Good luck making a scene there. I seen this one woman. I was standing in the line at KFC, right, and you had these two. I think they were American people, who were husband and wife, and this woman's talking about, oh my god, I'm gonna get compensation. They're taking too long with my order, and I'm thinking in my head, lady, it's not you. It's don't take it personal. We all have to wait here. It's just slow. That's how it is. They're never quick. Never. Not for no one. Right? So she's there running off at the mouth and talking all this nonsense. And this one Beja lady in the queue just turned to her and said, "You ungrateful white bitch." And I was like, whoa,
What?
whoa.
Oh no. Oh, whoa.
And she started going off on this woman, cussing her out. I'm just like, I just want to get my KFC and leave. I just want to get my KFC and leave.
Yeah.
And she's there cussing her out.
When a West Indian cusses someone, you don't want to be there. You just don't, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get into nothing with nobody because I'm not trying to get cussed out by the staff or the customers.
You just want to get your KFC and leave.
I say if you
Bruh.
give me the wrong thing, then fine. You give me the wrong thing, I'll just have to suffer. That's it.
That is that is nice. But Trinidadians, they don't care. But I do, but normal Trinidadians and stuff, they don't care. I was in a line once, right? And this woman, now she ordered something, but it comes with a drink. And she said, water, please. And the cashier was like, sorry, we don't serve water with this meal. And she was like, I said I want water. And she was like, ma'am, no. And the woman wanted to like make a whole scene and mash up everything. But the manager just came, give her water, let her go. And when we were passing in the car, she was still talking to herself, Caroline, bro. I don't know.
It's really
She
like
was
that.
like, yeah, they're not just gonna take that lightly. Like how you were just, whatever they give you, you just take and you go peacefully. Even peace. That Trinidadians, they gotta make a whole scene, bro.
I mean, we do that across the board. I mean, you saw that video that I put in the Discord a while back in St. Kitts with the man and the woman was fighting another couple, and out of nowhere, I don't even know where this guy pulled this one long machete from. Like, did he pull that from under his belly or what? and he's
Wow.
there whip out his long blade there trying to hit people, and then somehow some skinny Rasta man took the blade off him and slapped the woman in the face with the. But I was like, whoa!
Oh,
I want to know
did you
what they
show
was
me this?
arguing about. Yeah, I did. I posted it. I think you seen it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
You see how he just pulled out that long blade, and then the man took it from him and started slapping the woman with the blade in the face.
Wow.
I'm just like, whoa!
Yeah, I'm wondering where he got
But
that
that's
from. Like,
that's
did he pull it from his pants or like what happened?
but that's a real thing. I was on the van one day going into town. I look under the driver's seat while a long blade under his chair. I said, let me not skip fare. Let me just pay my little $2 and keep my arm.
Uh,
Because it's not really worth your life, is it?
yeah, you Caribbeans don't play,
Some
man.
people feel it, you know. They just don't like to back away and just leave in peace. They just like backing out. You know. They just love it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean this. I think as well. This contributes to a lot of the excessive violence that takes place. Like, I'm not
True.
trying to be funny or anything, but there's a reason why I don't really read the Gleaner, and I've stopped keeping up with Guyanese news because I'm too busy here. Every minute, someone's been shot, someone's been beheaded, someone's been chopped. I'm like, I can't listen to this all day. This is this what we're doing? This
Wow.
is really what we're doing? It's too much.
It sounds like U.S. news, by the way. Everybody, every day, somebody's getting shot or stabbed.
It's not good for the psyche. But what
Yeah.
gets me is like, okay, we're reporting on it, and that's fine. It's one thing to report, but this is too much. I've seen some very gruesome things that get reported. I don't even want to say on this live stream that have happened just recently to a pregnant girl, and I'm just like, nah, this is not acceptable. The level of violence in our society in the Caribbean is disgusting. But my
Yep.
problem is like we do the better you than me. As long as I'm not affected by it, then I'm not gonna say nothing. But if you get affected, I'm sorry, but I it's your problem. It's not my
They
problem.
just don't like peace, you know. They always they just can't leave things alone as it is.
It's too much problem with back home. That would be a topic for another day, I think, when it comes to the violence in our society and maybe how we think it should be handled. I've got some real how's the best way to say, some very unconventional methods of dealing with that kind of thing. But it involves throwing bricks at people, but you know I'll keep that for another day. Soon.
Uh,
But yeah, I'm pretty much done with this whole stream. I think, like I said, we covered everything. We was meant to close this off, but then we got enticed by the armadillo. And trying to understand. He's trying to understand. He's trying to understand how you won't eat pigeon, but you'll eat. I don't even know what an armadillo is. Is that a reptile? I don't know what that is.
I don't think it's a reptile. I don't know.
So I have to do
Um,
armadillo. It's a what? Singulata. I don't know what that means. If it what is it? Oh, I love the question. Are armadillos bulletproof? No, they're not.
they're mammals.
Yeah, definitely mammals, but I guess they're like some kind of a lizard type of thing, maybe.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Why the hell? I mean, this thing looks like a roach. It looks like a giant roach. And then Ali's gonna be telling me, yeah, we got curry roach too. It was nice. Curry roach. I'm good, but I'm gonna end the stream here. We've reached a 2 hour mark. People, stop being so upset at Michael B. Jordan. Be upset with the Trini person who's okayed this. And Nicki Minaj, stop being a hypocrite. We don't need to hear from you. Worry about your husband and your brother, respectfully, and your baby as well, because you're a mum now. So focus more on that. People, if you want to start being culture defenders and Captain Save My Culture, go learn your language first. That's my final
Mm,
words.
yep.
That's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna end the stream here. Aline, do you want to say anything? Do you want to promote anything? Michael, you can promote anything that you want to promote.
Nah, I'm good.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
donate to my cash app, $ FDMG Academy,
Shut up.
dollar
No, no,
sign.
no, 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 no. Nah, 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 nah.
You know,
Sorry, we don't promote bummish behavior
yeah, we don't.
on this
Yeah,
channel. All
yeah,
right,
understood.
I was about to say his name, but nah, he don't even deserve his name being dropped. We don't donate to bums. Donate to charity. Do charity yourself. Um, oh, by the actually, speaking of charity, people in the UK, please check out um the Instagram page AC Stores. AC Stores. That's ACSTORES, because they're doing really good relief work in St. Vincent with the whole hurricane relief. And you can donate to them. I personally donate to them. I can vouch for it. And if you can also bring supplies, they have a whole list as well where you can buy stuff on this list and give it to a drop off point. They will provide you with a phone number. You call the number and they'll tell you where to drop the stuff off. If anyone could contribute to the St. Vincent Relief Fund effort, that would be great. And yeah, please, because we can't forget about St. Vincent. I know the news has gone quiet about the eruption, but Vincentians still need help and rebuilding. So yeah, that's all I have to say. All
All
right,
right.
closing off the stream.